So one of the best things that you can do for your people, and therefore for your business, is to introduce a personal development plan as early as possible within the year. Because what I want to get people to is the point whereby they themselves are excited about their own personal development, about their own growth within the business. So the personal development is really, the end output of this is a nice succinct summary of what it is that this person actually wants to actually work upon, so that in a year's time, this time next year, we're reviewing how good a development path that they've been on, how they've grown as a person, and all the different opportunities that have been given to them through the year, and they're ready for the next year. So we want this to be a really exciting conversation for people to engage with. So here's the structure of what I would recommend would be a really good development plan discussion. The first thing I'd be looking for is, imagine that you're my coachee or my team member. I would say, okay, so what is your DISC profile? So what's the behavioural style of you, and therefore what are you really good at? What are maybe you less good at? So I want to know you as a person, and I need you to know yourself. So again, point number one is, have you done DISC profiles for your team? The second thing is, that should allow them to say, look, this is who I am, and this is the management style that would get the most out of me. So this is how, boss, I would like you to manage me over the course of the year. So again, I'm giving them the ownership to say, how do you want me to support you as your manager? What's the management style? I'm then going to ask them, say, look, what's your long-term career goal? Where actually do you want to be, in 5 years' time? Now, a lot of people struggle with, I don't know exactly where, but you want to at least set the direction of travel. Where are you trying to get to in your career? Because then what we're looking to try and do is break down and spend some time on that, get them excited about their future. But also then say, okay, look, on the journey towards that 5-year goal, where would good be if we got you to that place in a year's time? Or sorry, not to that place, but we're making progress towards that 5-year goal. Where would 1 year from now look like for you to be happy? Get clearer on that. And then what we're asking is, okay, so look, what do you think you might need to do professionally and then personally in order to acquire the right kind of skill set for you to be able to do the job or make the development over the course of the year? So it might be professional qualifications, certifications. There might be just things that to do the job, the technical aspects, I need to get better at. But equally, there might be some stuff personally. Well, look, how do I build rapport with people? So if you're in sales, maybe you go on how to build rapport, or how to kind of ask better questions or listen better. Again, there might be some skills there, time management, prioritization, whatever it might then be. But again, we want the coachee to be really locked in to say, look, I want to be better than how I am right now, and therefore this is what I feel would be helpful for me to work upon. And of course that's a two-way conversation, because the manager, if you know your coachee well enough, then you should be able to give some input and to say, actually, do you know what, maybe you've got some real good strength here, and maybe this is an area that you could develop on. But again, please remember always to make sure that we're not just focusing on people's negative points or the things that they're less good at. Let's make sure that we really start to allow them to leverage their strengths. Okay, so then what we've got is we've got a good quality discussion around, we've got clarity on where we want to be long term, in the medium term, and then what do we need to work upon in order to help us get there. And then of course we've got the last question I would ask is, look, what's your level of commitment to your personal development? Now, put this as a percentage. If people say anything less than 100%, then you may as well rip up the bit of paper, because they ain't going to do it. But if people say, no, I'm 100% committed to this, then I'm going to ask them to say, look, sign this bit of paper. And it's not anything formal, it's not anything binding or legal. All I'm looking to help get people to do is make their own personal commitment to say, this is my plan, this is what I want to do, and yeah, I'm going to sign it off. So don't coerce someone into doing it. If you're going to do it, do it. If you're not, don't. But my encouragement, of course, is to say, look, this is your life, this is your career. You can be, do, and have the anything that you want if you put the effort in. So this is the structure that I would suggest definitely works, has a good quality conversation. It's light, but it's sufficiently in detail to get people excited. And of course, they can pad it all out kind of outside of the session. Your job isn't to develop them in that session. It's to set the path that you're then going to be taking with them over the course of the year. And of course, you'll be reviewing this at regular points throughout the year. So that's the personal development plan in a nutshell. If you've got any questions, come back to me. But in the meantime, well done for taking your team's personal development seriously, and good luck becoming a great people developer. All the best.